Let's throw together some last-minute St. Patrick's Day recipes. Aprons on, let's go. If you've never made corned beef and cabbage, this slow cooker recipe is so easy and it makes the most tenderest, juiciest corned beef you've ever had. You can use anywhere from 3 to 4 pounds of corned beef. Before we put our corned beef in, we're gonna place the bottom with potatoes. You can use any potatoes you want, baby potatoes, red potatoes. This is a good old normal russet potato. I'm gonna add some carrots, as many as you think your family's gonna eat. And then onions, you can use frozen pearl onions if you want. All right, we'll place our corned beef on top. I have some beer, bottle of beer, and then I'm gonna add some water in. And a cup of water. Okay, I'm gonna sprinkle on the seasoning that came with it, the seasoning packet. Okay, I'm also gonna put a few cloves of garlic in here. Just gonna mince that in. I'm doing 3 cloves. I love garlic. You can't go wrong with it. Okay, I'm gonna add a bay leaf in there as well. Now we're gonna add the cabbage on its last hour of cooking. So I'm gonna let it cook on high for 7 hours, and then the last hour we'll put in the cabbage. Now that is 7 hours for a 3 to 4 pounder. This is smaller, so I will be keeping an eye. I'm gonna actually check it at 6 hours and see how we're looking. Okay, this has been going for 6 hours, and the house smells amazing. So I took some cabbage and quartered it and all that fun stuff, and now I'm just going to get it on top here. Okay, I'm just gonna season the top a little with some salt and pepper, not a lot of salt. I'm gonna let this go for another hour with the lid on. All right, it's been an hour. Oh, I am ready to dig into this. This smells so good. Cabbage is nice and tender. Wow, that is so tender, and the flavor is amazing. Oh, would you look at that? So here you have it, corned beef and cabbage in the slow cooker, and your house will smell amazing. This next corned beef and cabbage recipe you can do all in one pot. Okay, you're gonna need a large stock pot. Place the brisket best side up in the bottom of the pot. You're gonna add the spice packet or a teaspoon of peppercorns and 2 bay leaves. You're gonna cover the brisket generously with water and a bottle of beer. That is optional, but it is an amazing tenderizer. You're gonna bring that to a boil. Once it's boiled, you're gonna reduce the heat and cover and simmer for 2 hours. During the 2 hours, you're going to scrub and rinse some new red potatoes, and you're gonna quarter them. Okay, grab as much cabbage that you know will feed your family, and you're going to remove any of the ucky leaves on the outside and quarter those as well. And basically you're just going to use as much carrots and onion as well to feed your family. Cut those up in quarters, and the carrots maybe in thirds depending on the size. Now I'm chopping up some fresh parsley to add to the potatoes later on. After the 2 hours, add the potatoes on top of the brisket, add water to cover everything, bring it to a boil. Reduce the heat and cover and simmer for 10 minutes. Then you're gonna add the cabbage on top of the potatoes and add the onion and carrot on top. Add water to cover everything. Now you're gonna bring this to a boil. Reduce the heat and cover and simmer for 20 minutes. Check the cabbage to see if it's tender. If not, just simmer it for another 5 minutes. In a large serving bowl, you're gonna take some garlic cloves and you're gonna rub the inside of the bowl with it. Add the potatoes to the bowl while it's still piping hot. Add a 1/4 pound of butter and the fresh parsley to the bowl and gently stir until it's melted. Then you're gonna take your beautiful brisket and slice the brisket, serve up, and it's absolutely delicious. My kids absolutely loved the brisket, and you're gonna enjoy having it alongside of those garlicky, buttery potatoes. Here's how you put together a very easy Irish soda bread. To a bowl, add 2 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Give that a good mix together. Then add 3 tablespoons of softened butter. Give that a good mix together. In a small bowl, have 1/2 cup of raisins, add 1 beaten egg, and 3/4 cup of buttermilk. Give that a little mix, and then add to your flour mixture. Stir this together and form into a dough. You're gonna knead it and form it into a small little oval loaf. Add it to a greased baking sheet. Add 4 deep slices across your loaf. Beat 1 egg and brush over the bread. Have it bake in your oven at 375 degrees for 35 minutes. Then there you have it, an easy Irish soda bread. It's so good. Let's roast up some cabbage steaks. Grease your baking sheet with olive oil. Take your clean head of cabbage and cut them in 1-inch rings and lay down your cabbage steaks. Lightly brush the tops of your cabbage with more olive oil. Sprinkle the tops with coarse salt and cracked black pepper. If you have fennel or caraway seeds, sprinkle those to the top. I'm gonna sprinkle down some garlic salt. Bake in a 400-degree oven for 40 to 45 minutes. Look at those, they smell so good. They're so flavorful, so delicious, and they go great with any side dish. Enjoy. Today I'm going to be sharing with you Instant Pot egg roll bowls. Set your Instant Pot to saute. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees. We're going to crisp up some egg roll wraps. You'll cut them into strips and then brush them with oil. I used olive oil. You're going to bake these until bubbly and brown, but watch them carefully because they go brown super fast. You'll need 1 pound of ground pork or any other meat that you would like. You're going to season it with 1 tablespoon garlic powder, 1 tablespoon ground ginger. You'll also need 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, half a teaspoon salt and pepper. I did double this recipe. When your meat is brown, turn the Instant Pot off and then add 1/2 cup of bone broth. Then add a bag of coleslaw mix on top, but do not stir. Place the lid back on the Instant Pot, turn the knob to the sealing position, and set the Instant Pot on manual high pressure for 0 minutes. And yeah, I just learned that 0 minutes is totally a thing. When the timer is up, perform a quick release, give it a quick stir. So this was good, but it needed something else. It needed like a little kick. So I added some sweet red chili sauce to it. Totally made a difference. This was delicious and I'm definitely gonna be making it more. Pistachio fluff fruit salad can be served as a side dish or a dessert. It's so light and fluffy and it's always a hit. There's so many versions of how you can make this pistachio salad. You can't go wrong, honestly. Get a large bowl because when you add the marshmallows, it grows on you. Okay, add your pistachio pudding. And this is a 3.4 ounce box. And I am gonna need some crushed pineapple. Also to the salad, you can use fruit cocktail or even a can of mandarin oranges. You can take your pineapple and drain some of it if you want. I'm gonna start by draining it. I always do, because we are gonna need some of the liquid to help dissolve the pudding. I'm gonna drain the oranges, but let's dissolve this pudding in with the pineapple juice. I might end up using all of it. I don't remember. It's all by memory. You could mix it with your pineapple as well, but I like to dissolve the pudding first. I don't know why. I'm always afraid it's gonna get grainy even though it doesn't. I'm gonna add my cottage cheese in. So here's 16 ounces of cottage cheese. I like to use the small curd. I'm gonna open up my mandarin oranges and drain that. I'm just gonna eye this coconut. I'm not sure how much I wanna put in. This is unsweetened. So I'm just gonna maybe put 2 kinda handfuls in. I don't know, that looks good. Oh, it smells good. Then you'll need 2 cups of the mini marshmallows. Now we're going to take our Cool Whip, or you can make your own cream, like whip topping, put in here. And if you need Cool Whip really quick out of your freezer and if your oven's on, just sit this on top of your oven. That's what I had to do. This one's still a little frozen in the center, but it'll work. All right, mix this all together. That's all you gotta do, and you're ready to serve. You could set this for a little while in your fridge before you serve it up. Serve this up on St. Patrick's Day, any summer barbecue, and church potluck. It's so good. Enjoy. Just a fun little treat to have on St. Patty's Day. You're gonna need pistachio pudding. Make it up following the directions on the package. Some graham crackers, crumble them up, some Ready Whip, Nilla wafers, and Lucky Charms marshmallows. Put a layer of the graham cracker crumbs at the bottom of the cups, then add your pudding in. Take your Ready Whip and add it on top of your pudding, and then sprinkle it with some of the Lucky Charm marshmallows, and then accent it with a Nilla wafer. And that is your St. Patrick's Day pudding dessert. Need more holiday inspired recipes? Click on these videos over here. I'll meet you over there. Thanks for joining me. Bye.